Kips Clips. Oh, alrighty, YouTube's another one of Kips Clips. So, as the voting and counting and all that continues on, I just want to point at some genuine, bona fide human tragedies in and around Tommy Robinson's cult. Now, people that have touched base with me over a prolonged period of time would have seen my attitude morph, where I'd be quite happy to laugh, mock, point, and call names the supporters of Tommy Robinson. But as I've grown and continued on my journey, I've now came to the conclusion, or I'm now trying to conduct myself in a fashion where you're not going around picking on window lickers. It's not big, it's not clever, it's not productive, it's just... Anywho, and this came through me trying to understand... No, this came from me believing I've came to an understanding of how people can fall into the Tommy Robinson cult, how the populist rhetoric can tickle your balls, can tickle your vagina, and you will gravitate, and this stuff will resonate with you. Populist rhetoric always resonates with you. You want free money? You want better stuff? You want less crime? You want better things? You want things to be better? More for you? Yes. Bankers bad? Small men good? Yes. Right, populist rhetoric always sounds great. And it resonates with people... and it resonates with a lot of people for obvious reasons. It doesn't make it legit, genuine, or actually reflect any of these people's genuine agendas. But anyway, I'll show you how voting and joining for the Tommy Robinson cult, the human cost of this, it'll cost you your house, it'll cost you your relationship with your mum, it'll cost you your relationship with your sister. Now, many people that have fell into the Truther cult, the UKIP cult, the Tommy Robinson cult, the InfoWars cult, whatever talking head that's been created to resonate with your demographic, if you've became very... If you fell into a very cult-like mentality, you would have started ostracising your family, your old friends, your old hobbies, your old hobbies, things you used to do for fun and stuff, and gravitate towards everything the cult is telling you to do. Don't watch TV, watch internet. Don't go to football, go to a Tommy Robinson rally. Don't do this, do that. Don't vote there, vote here. A very cult-like mentality, and it'll lose you your family. It'll lose you your friends. It'll lose you the house over your head. And here is an example of this actually happening.
My mum. There's one lad who's here today. There's one lad, and this is a perfect example of it.
This is a perfect example, Tommy, thank you. Not a truer word actually ever came out of your mouth, Tommy. This is a perfect example of how Tommy Robinson and his cult will use and abuse windy lickers, the mentally infirm, the easily led, the simpletons out there. I don't know what word you want me to use to dress this shit up, but it's fucking observable by your eyes. They're fucking galvanising windy lickers, fucking simpletons out there to try and project some sort of a support for these people. Now, this is a perfect example of your average Tommy Robinson cult supporter.
I'm going to ask him to come up. Because my mum sends me videos, and she absolutely loves this lad's videos. This lad...
If his mum is watching these videos, then she'll be able... Because I watch this guy's videos, I've touched base with this guy. you'll be aware that he's a simpleton. He's not, like, the guy can tie shoelaces and function and probably stay alone and all that, but he's a little bit of a fucking stupid simpleton. You could probably get him to believe in flat earth if you had enough, right? He's a simpleton. And I'm not saying this to offend the guy. I've got my lack of education and lack of vocabulary skills leads me down a path of just calling it as I see it. This guy's a fucking simpleton window licker. And Tommy Robinson's costing him his roof over his head and his relationship with his mum and his relationship with his sister.
Dad has been following me, and his mum has been, he's had problems at home, problems at work, been threatened to be kicked out of his house if he comes to one of my demonstrations.
He's lost his job. Oh, sorry, there's another one. It'll cost you your job. It'll cost you a relationship with your family, relationship with your mum, relationship with your sister, and the roof over your head.
I know there's so many of you out there who have social problems for supporting me. So Matthew, get up here. Because this is for my mum anyway. Come up here.
Now, imagine his mum and sister sitting at home, right? His mum who squeezed him fucking this... His mum squeezed this fat bastard out her fucking fanny. And this is how he fucking repays her. Bet she's sitting at home wishing she fucking stitched that shit up, never let the fucker out.
Let me get a picture from my mum.
Right, look. Which fucking doesn't say simpleton as the guy walking about like, oh, my plastic bag, this is my anorak. Right, see before fucking Tommy Robinson was indoctrinating the windy lickers through the fucking YouTubes, this guy would have been a train spotter, right? No harm in that. Now he's been indoctrinated into the far right. He's a BNP activist and he doesn't even know it. And look, this guy hasn't got a bad bone in his body. This guy's an absolute innocent simpleton who's getting used in this fucking war. My sympathies go out for this guy, big style.
So Matthew symbolises, I want to say thank you, Matthew, for supporting. And for not being, I want to voice call my mum. I want a video call my mum. My mum absolutely loves it. He's got his own YouTube channel. He makes his videos.
I mean, look, he's actually... Oh, it's like meeting a rock star.
Hello. My Alphaville's turned on, yeah? Next time you come down to Norwich, mate, if you come down to the weather, I'm buying you a pint. For too long, I have sat in fear in my own home, worried of what will happen to me if I decide to attend this man's rallies.
Yep, your mum and sister, who have known you all your life, are aware that you're a simpleton window licker, and they don't want people taking advantage of their simpleton window licker family member. And they've seen you turned into a far right fucking window licker activist, and have tried to stop it. And it's got to the extent where your mum and your sister are threatening to kick you out if you don't stop your shite. I suspect they won't kick you out. I suspect they actually love you more than Tommy Robinson. Just a stab in the fucking dark. I'm just best guessing here. Your own mother loves you more than Tommy Robinson's mother. Not in this guy's mind though. He's in the cult. Now Tommy Robinson and Tommy Robinson's mum love him more than his own mum and his own sister. Now, that's, as funny as that sounds, that's a reality in this simpleton's head. He's a simpleton, people. I'm not a doctor. Look at him. Right? It doesn't take a fucking genius to fucking assess this guy. And it's fucking disgusting what the far right are doing. They're bouncing about this place. Do you know why they're going to the working class estates? To prey on the window licking. To prey on the fucking ignorant. Something's happened. Well, recently, my ignorances have been improved. in the last year or so, the first ever time I've actually personally got to know somebody with Asperger's, right? Before that, it was just a label, and I seen it from afar. I never actually personally knew anybody and all that. And is as intelligent and as highly functioning and all that, and the brain as these people are, they're very, and this isn't fucking, I think this is accepted, they're very easily led. Yeah, they're very easily, you can very easily convince them of X, Y, and Z, and see once they're convinced and they get into something, whoo, they're ball deep. They're so ball deep that they turn into the Rain Man of that fucking thing. And that is what this little fucking window, this unfortunate little window licker trap has fell into.
These protests, the first time I came out was at the Old Bailey when he was first brought to trial by the High Court. Yeah, sure, sorry. I'll probably shred my lungs at the end of this. Yeah, but I was there, I was passionate, I loved his work, and I wanted to be there to support him. And I was constantly threatened by my sister and my mother that if I were to attend these rallies...
Even Tommy Robinson thinks this is fucking hilarious that this fucking simpleton window licker is now slagging off his mum and sister to the cult. Look, Tommy Robinson can't believe it. He's like, this cunt's a fucking traitor to his own family. Scientology would be proud. Fuck's sakes, that's the kind of fucking level Scientology, that's the mentality Scientology takes you to, where you turn on your own family.
I'd be kicked out, but I attended anyway!
Yeah! Become homeless, you fat fucking tramp! Whoa! They all love you more than your family do! Woo! Somebody offer him a house! Oh no, I don't want the fat prick staying with me. No, I don't want to fucking get too many windy lickers. Fuck off. Cunt's going to end up out on the street thanks to the cult of Tommy Robinson. Now, after going on stage and slagging off his mum and his sister and fucking embarrassing them, his mum and sister might even be getting death threats from the Tommy Robinson cult. I mean, if they can, like, if they pattern, if the modi operandus stays in place, then no doubt his mum and sister will be getting death threats for dare saying anything out against the cult of Tommy Robinson.
Good morning, everyone. I'm having to go into pretty much radio silence at this point.
Radio silence, mate. Yeah, like, if you don't understand this guy's a simpleton, he's speaking in James Bond language. Hello, over, Oscar. Radio silence. Hello, over, Oscar. He doesn't understand this is real fucking life because he's a fucking autistic Asperger's window licker that's been fucking mobilised to turn into a right-wing activist.
Because of the tensions that I'm currently living with at the moment. Obviously, I'm trying to sort out some accommodation. I'm going to be heading up to the council today and say to them basically I'm being made homeless.
Thank you, Tommy.
It's really just what happens in the future. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but what I do know is that I have gone through a lot of bad stuff in my life.
No!
This is just another obstacle in my life, and I'm going to do everything in my power to get through that one as well. It is going to be by far the greatest challenge. I should have really been kicked out of the house probably 8-10 years ago. But
at birth,
it is what it is. And no matter what happens now, I'm going to do everything I can to make the best of it.
Oh man, I'm not even joking. My heart is breaking for this guy. Tommy Robinson and the BNP who pretend to be family friendly and care about families and all that shite that they peddle, all that populist rhetoric. Look at me kissing the babies. Look at me buying a wheelchair for the paraplegic. Oh, look at me, I'm so fucking good. In reality, destroying families. Fuck knows if that guy's ever going to ever get his head straight again. or ever repair his relationship with his mum and his sister. And no cunt in that cult is bouncing up going, here mate, I'd listen to your mum and sister. You know, they typically, 99.9% of the time, have your best interests at heart more than Tommy Robinson and his fucking mum. Anyway, I digress. Disgusting, but disgustingly fucking funny. Right? But there is the hardcore reality of the human cost of joining the cult of Tommy Robinson. Now, I never joined the cult of Tommy Robinson, but I was on the fucking fringes, circling that fucking toilet bowl as the cult was forming, and I could have easily fell in. See those problems that he was having? I share that. My conspiratardom cost me relationships in my life, and I was too deep in the cult to fucking see what was happening at the time. They just didn't understand that I was fighting the Illuminati. And I had everything I wanted right in front of me, and I couldn't see it for the fucking cult of social media. The trap that had been laid for me to turn me into a fucking window-licking fucking activist online. Anyway, I digress. So, thank fuck I am no longer in any of these cults. People walking around fucking can't make their own minds up. It's either fucking a polarised argument or none at all. Anyway, I digress. Remember what I do here? It's digital busking. Everything is available and accessible free of charge. I'm doing such a good job. You will find value in what I do and use your spare change, not your life savings, in the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below. And a mega thanks to those who do. Thumbs it up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, all the good stuff. Leave all your comments, the good, bad, ugly and indifferent. I will read and respond to as many as I can. Alrighty, boob tubes, have a good weekend. Catchies.
Clips.